What's up? It's your boy M.D.A, the blacksmith, aka the beast of some of y'all Sam. Once again, I'm on my new channel, A Black Man in China. Basically, I figured I might as well start doing a video log, vlog, blog, whatever the fuck you want to call it, of the time I have left here in China. So, yo, that's what I'm going to do. My original channel, Antar Black, got kind of sidetracked from what it was, but it's still there, and I'm gonna just use that for my personal everyday shit. A Black Man in China is just me venting about shit that I go through here, not my everyday shit. This is just some like off the wall shit. Like for example, um back in August, early August, uh no, it was the end of July. End of July, uh, there was just an example, some crazy shit. There was a riot, and I got blamed for it. Basically, what had happened was there's this uh street where all the foreigners go for where they hang out at this place called Salvador's, and it's a very popular place for foreigners and Chinese to go chill out. Well, on this same street that the coffee shop is on, vendors, illegal vendors, they come and they set up shop on the street. They got shoes, clothes, whatever they can sell. They put it on the street and they sell it. But then what they do is they take up the whole sidewalk in the street, and they took up the sidewalk, and then the city put guardrails in, like little rails, so you can't be on the sidewalk. It's bad for them to sell that way. So then they just start vending in the street. So that clogs up traffic every night. So anyway, on one of these nights, I go up to Salvador's. I'm in a bad mood, and it takes me 10 minutes to get from the corner to the store. I mean, to the coffee shop. From the corner to the coffee shop. Walking takes 20 seconds. It took me 10 minutes. That's how crowded the street was. 'Cause I was on my electric bike, and I tried to get through because I wanted to go park, and the guy's like, "Go around." I'm like, "What?" After sitting in all that traffic, all that time waiting to get to the spot so I can go park, he tells me to go all the way around. So I'm like, "Man, you better move your shit," basically. And I'm like, "Move." And then so I turn my bike like I'm about to move. They park like the Red Sea. I park. And he's talking shit, yang, talking that yang behind my back. And when I say yang, I'm not getting on the ethnicity of it. I'm just saying, motherfuckers running their mouth talking yang. And so he was doing that, but he was doing it in the local language. He doesn't understand English. My Chinese ain't that good. No, yelling at my dog. So he misunderstood some shit. Was yelling at me. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, motherfucker. I'm talking shit. He talking shit. I go say hi to my peoples, and I turn around. One of the vendors, who is the signal guy, he sells the lasers, like these real powerful lasers, like the ones that can burn through shit, that type of shit. But those type of lasers, you have to remove a piece of plastic for it to do that, or something you have to remove. If you leave it there, it's just a regular light. Anyway, it's still dangerous. So I turn around, he's shining it in my eyes. So I walk on the street like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I walk back. He comes over because he's, like I said, he's a signal guy. Signal guy for what, you may ask? Well, sometimes the police will come down and come take all the vendor shit because they ain't supposed to be doing that. They ain't supposed to be, like I said, they're illegal vendors. So he'll flash his green laser when it's cool, and he'll be flashing it when if the cops is coming. He'll flash it red, and they all just pack up and roll. Now all these vendors, they pay the so-called, I say the local mafia. I don't want to say so-called, it's just I lived in a different city, and to me they had real mafia guys, and these guys were just some guys who were collecting money and not really mafia people. Well, anyway, that don't matter. The point is, when I go back to my peeps after, I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you shining in my eye for? He comes over with a pipe. This other guy comes to cussing at me. Next thing I know, there's 300 Chinese people outside throwing bricks and bottles and shit into the coffee shop trying to get to us. Everyone else is cleared out. There's like 8 of us trapped inside. No, about 9 of us, plus 3 or 4 waitresses, trapped inside this damn thing. This 2-story coffee house. and they want our blood. And the fucked up part is 80% of the people didn't even know what the riot was about. They just saw Chinese versus foreigners and jumped in like, they started singing national songs and shit. Long story short, that's how it went down. Well, the version that a lot of Chinese people were saying, and they know this is true because their friend told them, basically, some black man with a group of foreigners behind him walked on walked out into the street where all the vendors were and saying "fuck you Chinese dogs" and spraying tear gas. Because to save our asses, the one of the owners of the coffee shop, he had to spray pepper spray. Because someone hit me in the face with a bottle. I don't know if y'all can see this little mark here. My nose was broken. They threw it all the way. I don't know if it was a bottle or a brick, but something hit me in the nose when I stood up, and that shit hurt. So I had a broke nose for about a week. Then I had a good doctor to straighten that shit out. It's still, but that was months ago. Anyway, so according to them, and I came and started spitting on Chinese people, and really, my wife is Chinese, man. Come on. But that was one story to run. Then another one was funny because I got dreadlocks. It was a big black dude. I'm skinny as fuck, but some big black dude who was bald headed, running around punching all the Chinese people, and then they until they had enough, and then they went and got him. I know I'm just venting. That shit like that happens. Like for instance, tonight I went out to go meet my homie at a bar, local bar here called Moondogs, another place where foreigners and Chinese meet and it's chill. Um, Out of the blue, these guys are in a taxi. They pass me and they go to cut me off, and they jump out like they're gonna jump me, and I'm on my e-bike, and I cut across traffic so they can't catch me. They chasing me down the street like they want to jump me. Yeah, right now in China they got well, I don't know if it's all over China. This town I'm in, Kunming, it used to be a cool town, but it's starting to get, I don't know, the locals are starting to get a little out of hand. Um, they had this thing, like in New Jersey they got the knockout game. Well, here they got the jump game. You'll see a foreigner walking by himself, coming out of a bar somewhere. But if he's by himself, they don't care if he's real small, big, whatever. They'll run and knock you down and start kicking your ass. Basically, it's the knockout game, but in numbers. It's Power Ranger knockout. 5 against 1, no less than 4 against 1. Three, no less than 3 against 1. One on one, I'll kill one of them. And they're gonna get me to kill somebody. That's what it is. But a lot of shit like that happened. When I first moved here, I lived in a different city called Shenzhen, and they had these little buses you catch, the mini buses. And on the mini bus, my dreads were shorter then, but everyone here thinks my hair is fake, cause I don't know, black people's hair don't grow long. But what had happened was, I was on the bus, and people have this habit of just grabbing my hair without asking. And y'all don't live here. People do this in the morning, like they'll do this in public and talk to you and do this and shit, and they don't wash their hands. They don't use handkerchiefs. They do this. I mean, everyone does this. They don't use that. So I don't know where hands have been. I'm not saying all. Well, long story short, I don't like people touching my hair. Period. Let alone people whose hands I don't know is dirty. So people have a habit of just doing that. So one day I'm sitting on the bus and this dude behind me on the bus just grabbed my hair. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he gets mad at me because I got mad at him for touching my hair. And I got kicked off the bus because basically my Chinese wasn't good enough to explain my part, and the dude lied, so that started some shit. So anyway, crazy shit like that happens in China. And today I just felt like venting. Since this is the first episode of A Black Man in China, I'll be coming in, different times. Most of my videos won't be like this. I'll probably be filming some other shit. Okay. Talking about other shit, but mostly venting about crazy shit or filming crazy shit. My other channel, Antar Black, that's just gonna be more shit that's happening in my life, just on a positive shit. And I got another channel called Blazing Anarchy Presents. That right there is gonna be about all the live music and shit that happens in because the city I live in, Kunming, there's a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, and we have a lot of events, poetry and shit, a lot of live music, DJs, and so I'm gonna start filming this. I filmed a lot of it, I just never edited it together. So I'm gonna start doing cause on some of these channels you can do live, what you call it, live streams. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna break out. This is my premiere episode. I just want to let y'all know that's what the channel is gonna be for. The Black Man in China is gonna be crazy shit that happens. Antar Black is gonna be about just shit that happens to me on a daily that's positive shit, like my music and filming shit. And Blazing Anarchy presents. That's just gonna be live music and art shit, the shit that goes on where I'm at. Till later, peace. This is your boy M.D.A. the Blacksmith, aka the Beast. To some of y'all saying.